All right, fight fans. EJ Boxing Live here. I'm gonna play the Chavez interview, and then we're gonna comment on that and the rest of the fights. All right, so play that right now. Chavez is hilarious, man. This he has to be played, man. It's so funny. Like I can't believe the dude said what he said. Anyway, here we go. It's coming up in a second, yeah. All right, here we go.
Julio, are you okay?
Yes, I'm okay. You know, I have a cold running. I think I'm winning the fight.
Thought you won the fight?
I think I won the fight, you know. Before the 7th round, I think with the referee deduction, I don't know you.
I don't think the fight was even close. You were outpunched considerably. Why did you continue tonight to lean in with your head? What was your strategy there?
You know, my strategy is work the body, but the guy is too heavy for me. It's new way. He's a good fighter. I wanted a rematch. No, 1-7.
Rematch. Can you believe that stuff there? That's it. That's all you need to hear. I mean, that's as much as you need to hear. I thought I won the fight, and it was a rematch. Boxing, Peace and Rhymes, Bert Sugar of this YouTube shit, Natty Turner, Chris Quebec company coming in. Alright, so we've got the best channels here on YouTube. Like, weigh in, guys. Chavez Jr., I thought I'm gonna win. I thought I won the fight, and he was a rematch. Go ahead.
Yeah, he was just embarrassed, wasn't he? He didn't know what to say. He was just embarrassed, and he's always like he's like a little kid when he talks. Remember when he's annoying Sergio Martinez, saying little childish things and pulling silly faces. He's like a big kid. Chavez Jr. is not a bad person. He's a cool. He seems like a fun dude, but it's just he's got some annoying traits, and the nepotism, I think, is what really works everyone over. I think that's what it is. And if he fights at light heavyweight, it's a lot of pain for him there, man. A lot of pain. A lot of pain. That's what I'm got on that.
All right, go ahead, Natty.
His delusion level is at the level of Amir Khan. With those comments right there, man, I'm like, wow. Where were you? Were you even in your body when this fight was happening? He got destroyed, man. He got destroyed. Pretty much like I said, I just didn't call the knockout, but I said that Andres Fonfara was gonna demolish him and beat him badly and knock him down several times in a lopsided fight. And that's pretty much what happened. He has no business at the light heavyweight division, even though his body type should fill into the light heavyweight division. He just doesn't have the power to be up there. You know what I mean? Or the technique or the boxing pedigree to be at the light heavyweight division and contend with these guys, man. Straight up and down. He needs to go back down. Secondly, he was blatantly lying to Jim Gray because they called him out. The translators called him out after the fight when they, replayed what he was saying in the corner. And he was the one who wanted the fight to be stopped, talking about his leg was hurting and things of that nature. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know where he goes from here. I heard Paulie suggesting that he goes back down in weight. I don't even know if that'll suit him. You know what I mean? I don't know if he can make 160 or 168 at this point. You know what I mean? Because he looked kind of the trimmest he's looked in a long time at 173 or wherever they weighed in at. But as far as that, man, I don't know what he's talking about, fam. Seriously.
Yeah, man. I mean, Chavez Jr. to me, boys, the whole situation is like, I mean, it's overshadowed, for me, it's overshadowed the weekend of boxing. Just the antics of him. I mean, Boxing Beast, I listened to your video. When a legend like Julio Cesar Chavez says, I don't think it's a good idea to fight, I think you should listen to the legend. And I think that even Chavez's camp, they say, well, this is going to be a hard fight. But having saying that, he's been off for a while and he wanted to test himself. As far as he's been in the ring, he's been big and strong. And his lack of discipline in terms of the weight, I give him credit for fighting from Fonfara, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, if you look on it, if he won that fight, that would have been a very good, solid win. It would have set him up for some good fights. Like, Fonfara was in line to fight. He wants Stevenson. he can fight Carlos. So if Chavez would have won that fight, he would have put himself in alignment. But and to fight a top young guy in the weight class, that's pretty good. I mean, no one's really saying that. I mean, I was talking to some dudes earlier on, they were saying the same thing. So I give him credit for that. But realistically, I knew he weren't going to win. I like Fonfara from time. I'm telling people from time. That the box, Fonfara is a decent fighter. Like, he really brings it. I saw him against Glenn Johnson. You already see him knocking down Stevenson. So you knew this guy's going to be a decent fight, and then that's what happened, bro. He beat Chavez in every department, inside, outside. This is a masterclass of boxing. And Chavez, to be honest with you, like, what bothered me? What really bothered me is that ref. Like, why is the ref took a point off from Farah? Like, I was like, you see stuff like that. That makes you go crazy, bro. That there makes you like, oh, what's going on? And that's why it makes you hate him. It's like,
it wasn't going to help, though. It wasn't going to help.
No, it's like, the thing with Martinez, and they took his belt and took Martinez's belt, who's the linear champion, gave it to Chavez. It's like, because he's got Chavez's name, he's getting away with it. So when you see him getting his beaten, and he's complaining to the ref, it's like he's complaining that he's getting hit. He went down. I saw his knees stiffen up, so his legs hurt, and then obviously we heard in Showtime that he quit. Chavez it's a bad look. I mean, I give him credit for saying he wants a rematch. Whether he'll get it or not is another thing. We don't think he's going to be any better. But if he wants the rematch, I mean, you know what? How much he made? He made 1.7 million. 1.7 million fighting this fight. So he got paid, bro. So he's good. He's good. He's good. So my thing with Chavez right now is like, you know what? Even though he's lost, he's still in a good composition. Someone else jumping on that. Go ahead.
He shouldn't have. See, you want me to let me get this quick now, sir. He
Go ahead, man.
Right, $1 million. See, I disagree with you, and I disagree with Blood. I feel right. I ain't giving him no credit for taking on Fonfara, right? Because it's one thing ducking opponents, and it's one thing we have a deluded little kid running about. He's not a world-class fighter, right? He shouldn't be in the shake-up in any world-class matches, so he can earn $1 million, right? He comes into fights unprepared, so no, I'm not giving him no credit. You running around like an idiot, no, I'm not giving him no credit, yeah? And like with the shoulder thing, see, you can see, like I was thinking this fix was in when I was watching, I watched the recording, I said, okay, you're penalizing this guy for using the shoulder, but the scenario when he was using the shoulder was when my guy was coming in with his head. So he used his shoulder to keep the guy off. So he actually warned Chavez for using the head. So that means he's seen the same scenario. You're coming in with your head, he's using the shoulder. But you didn't take a point of him. So because he was trying to use his head. He was trying to butt my guy. So yes, he barged. Boxing's full of crap. No, I don't give him no credit for taking on Fonfara and getting beat up. It was a one-sided beating. You know what I'm going to give him credit for?
I mean, I concur. I concur with that. I ain't
gonna argue, man. I like that what he was, and he you know what? A lot of people think, and a lot of people make him. They say he deserved what he got. But you know what? You know the thing about Chavez, yeah? Chavez would have never quit. It's like, has he tarnished the name slightly? I don't think so. But the thing is,
yes, he has.
Go
all the people that was going for him took off the Chavez bands, man. And you know what? To be honest with you, I think he took this fight to defy his father. To go against what his father said. Like, I'm my own man. Don't tell me who I can fight and who I can't fight. I'm going to show you. But he knew that he could not beat this man whatsoever. And that catch weight that was supposed to give him an advantage, not so much. Not so much.
Yeah, man. I mean, you know what? When I think about Chavez, man, I said it from time. Like, he got named. He's been getting layup fights, and he would have fought another cab driver. But I give him credit. Like, he would have fought another cab driver, but he said, no, I want to fight this guy. It's because he can't get down to the weight. All right, at middleweight, he could be good, right? Because he's big, strong. But Martinez, if you got boxing skills, yeah, you can cleanly outbox him. Like, if he went against Golovkin, he would get it wouldn't be funny. I don't get Golovkin would have just, you know what I'm saying? Like, that fight would be a war, but Golovkin with his power, I think Golovkin would have hurt him real badly. Fonfara's not really a big puncher, but he was rattling Chavez all around the place, and so you got to think where Chavez, he's not even that good. Like, he's just got a name. He could have fought another cab driver, like he built and pad up his record, you know. But hey, bro, like he down goes Chavez. Good.
He should be fighting down the bill, right? No HB. He should be fighting down the bill on Friday night fights, building his record up. His last 2 fights was against Brian Vera. He lost the first fight clearly, and they gave the guy the decision. Yeah, he got battered by Sergio Martinez. He hasn't done nothing since 2012 with Andy Lee, and even in that fight there, he didn't take the post-fight drug test, right? And
Andy Lee was beating that ass.
Right. This guy's I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry to go in on this dude, but it all has to be said. It all has to be said. Yeah. You're making $1 million, and Rigondeaux can't get one opponent to fight him. Can't get a decent opponent. No, it's not right, bro. This, and like it's HBO as well. So HBO are treating this guy better than Rigondeaux.
Yeah, really? Sorry.
It's showtime. It's showtime.
No, but he was with Top Rank. He was with Bob Arum. Bob Arum. But you got to understand, they were marketing off the name. It's the same thing they done with like someone like maybe Primo Carnero, and then back in the day, he's a big, strong dude, and they put him in layups, so Primo could just knock them down. So they knew Chavez was good, but after he left Thingy, he started picking. He picked from Farah, like you know, Bob Arum. They used to pick his fights for him. Now he started picking his own fights. You know what I'm saying? It's like when Ricky Hatton said he wanted Floyd. How that work out when fighters start picking their own fights? Don't work out too well, does it? Do it?
Yeah, because beforehand, Ricky Hatton's team was like, nah, he's not ready, and Ricky Hatton said, damn that, I want Floyd. And he got it, didn't he?
Yeah, but at the same time, that's a little different. No one really beats Floyd as it is. And Hatton, you know, he was steadily building his resume. Like he wasn't inactive. Yeah, he blew up in between fights in weight, but he consistently fought a decent caliber opposition and acquitted himself well. This guy is not doing that
at all.
Hatton was abiding by certain tenets of what we expect from boxers. This guy ain't been living off his dad's name. Hatton ain't did that. Hatton built his empire. So I get what you're saying, but nah, this dude here, I'm telling you, man, I'm glad no one could call him out for a big money fight right now. I'm glad, really glad. If he gets back and he earns it, I'll have no complaints. You got to earn it.
Yeah, man, and you know there goes the cash cows for Golovkin and Andre Ward, because they'll never, you know, they'll never be taken seriously fighting this guy.
I know why Carl Froch wanted him in the first place, to be honest with you.
For money, and he hasn't been exposed to this level yet. You remember he only lost to what's the name? Officially only lost to Sergio Martinez, and you know. It's in the mind of people that he almost had Sergio Martinez out in the last round. You know what I mean? And of course, there's a Brian Vera fight, but it's not an official loss and things of that nature. So he was still a marquee name and somebody that they could capitalize on.
Don't forget the Carlos Molina fight as well.
Yeah. That Carlos Molina fight was very controversial. You know what I'm saying? I think Carlos Molina might have won both of those fights.
That's what I'm saying.
That was at 154. Why was he even trying to make 154 back then? That was crazy.
Yeah.
Always been fighting out of his weight class. But yeah, man. So
yeah, I can't give him credit for that. No, I'm not giving him credit.
No, that's fine. That's fine. No. You know what? I just looked at it differently. In terms of if he won the fight, you know how much credit we gave him. I would have gave him quite a lot because I didn't rank it, but I said no way. And I'm actually like upset with myself. I should have went to the betting office and put money down because it was a sure bet for me. I just knew so far was a completely different.
Even if the fight was competitive, then you could think about giving him credit.
Yeah, it wasn't competitive. It wasn't.
Not even a little bit.
It wasn't. You know.
All right.
The guy he hasn't even got a decent defense or anything. Nothing at all.
And his body work was ineffective. I mean, he looked like he was throwing powder puff punches, man.
Hey, didn't you pick him though?
No,
absolutely not.
Hell no.
I picked from Farah by destruction.
We both picked from me and you both picked from Farah.
All right.
Talk about it. No.
Well, fair enough. Hey, fight fans, if you're listening, leave your comments in the comment section. We'll read them out when we get through with some of the fights. All right.
As a matter of fact, I put in the description section gross miscalculation, and that's exactly what happened there.
Yep.
Hey, boy, now you're in the pound report. You was on fire over there, man. That was, hey, I enjoyed listening to that one, bro. You should go over there more often, bro. I enjoyed it.
Man.
Yeah. Michael from Power and Pound, if you're around, yo, come over, man. Jump in. All right, we're gonna talk about something that's come up recently. But it's come up like actually in a couple of hours. Kolev, he put pictures up of his son. I think I got it here. 1 second, bear with me. His son's wearing a picture. His one son's wearing a T-shirt with a picture of a monkey with boxing gloves. Basically, he's referencing to Adonis Stevenson. You know what I'm trying to say, and he thinks it's funny. I want you guys' take on it. Natty, you posted it in my group. Natty, you go first and give me your take, my brother.
I'm just gonna reiterate what I posted on Google Plus. Fuck that piece of shit. You know what I mean? I hope he dies in the ring. You know what I mean? And I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks about it. I know there's some dumbasses that's gonna try to clean it up and have excuses why it's okay and things of that nature. But fuck that piece of shit. You know what I mean? I could never support anything that this bastard does in the future.
Wow.
I'm not surprised. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Look, the thing is, yeah, I ain't really got this big thing about racism these days. Like, interacting with people online is one thing, but in the real world, whether you're black or you're white, you have to prove it to me that you ain't full of crap. So, I mean, he put my guy up as a monkey. He lives in Russia. He's from Russia. Russia is a very racist place. Yeah?
Yeah.
Very racist. So, he doesn't, not that he doesn't know any better. This is who he is. This is who he is. Look, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, I don't make no secret of it. So if anyone's going to unsub my channel, I always say 90% of the time, I will support the black fighter anyway. So it's not like I'm taking one side against the other. I give respect to all fighters, and I try and call it down the line. But look, race has always been a driving factor in boxing from when I started watching it. Like, even from the British scene with Mark Taylor, and Roy Gums, and Mark Taylor, and Christie, Hagler, and Minter, race has always been a driving factor in boxing, always. Cooney versus Holmes, and that's just how it is, you know. And if you didn't have either an ethnic clash between Puerto Ricans, Mexicans, white or black, boxing would be bullshit. It'd be boring. And you guys can, everyone can be for if you're no man, look. Humans who don't look like each other are predisposed to support each other or be against each other. I'm not saying that it has to end in blood on the street, but rivalry will always be there. That's human nature. You can't do nothing about it.
All right. My take on the whole thing is that I'm very surprised, man. I'm very surprised that I understand that he was saying stupid comments, yeah, but to say something, to do something like that, I don't think he's cognate. Or first off, he's trained as black, right? And
yes, he is.
Some of the people who bring him in, I'm very interested to see what they say if they defend him, and I'm very interested if Kathy Duva defends him. He was just messing around, you know, he didn't really mean nothing by it, and to see how certain people react to it if they start thinking it's bad. First off, the kid's got blonde hair, and then you got things like there's so many things wrong with the picture. It's ridiculous. The smile, the little kid with the blonde hair, using your kid, it's so off. It is really bad, man.
Create a whole other generation of racists.
Like it's some propaganda thing, what you're doing, and it's like I don't know if you thought one day after, let me just do this.
Is it racism though?
Is it? You know, the thing is, yeah. The thing is, it's a stereotype.
Right, it's a stereotype.
It's a stereotype we've been put in the mind. But what I'm saying is, with the whole build up of the thing, it's like he's took to another level. Like I know much you dislike the brand, people understand that, but they were cool with that. What's happened is that he's took it over board where even people who liked him, they can't. If you're associated with this dude, it's bad. Like I'm interested to see like people, him coming to the ring with swastikas and shit. Like that's how people might take it, or maybe some fans like, nah, fuck all that. They're gonna start defending him, say, he was only messing around. I'm very interested from this point onwards.
I'm gonna keep it real with you, and I'm bringing it up because, as you know, I will just speak my mind. And I don't care who it offends, who supports who's got more reference. Ali did the same thing to Joe Frazier. You got the blackest gorilla toy you could find. come on, gorilla, you ugly. And he kept saying, you ugly. With that with the black gorilla toy punching up the gorilla. I mean, why would you want Joe Frazier as a champion? He did it too.
Yeah, and that was foul when he did it as well. That was even worse.
Okay.
That was even worse when Ali did it.
The thing is, yeah, they at that time they accepted that, yeah, because a black on black guy.
No, not true.
That was bullshit. That was bullshit.
When I heard from
I never defended Ali for that, and Joe Frazier never forgave him for that.
We took over each other. Now let me just get my point out, right? Dr. Fernie Pacheco, at the time they asked him, he goes, that was just Ali, he, bypassed. That's what I'm gonna say. As I'm really interested to see how some of the media react to it. If it's gonna be like pushed on the cover, like Dr. Fernie Pacheco at the time said, he goes, nah, Ali was messing around, it wasn't that serious. Ali just done it to get in his head, and he goes, the racism just now, I didn't see it like that. That was not Ali's cap, but obviously everyone else saw it differently. Go ahead, Beats.
Well, you see, this is why I don't use racism as to explain away a lot of things. It comes down to semantics. Like, you can say, well, Ali doing that to another black man, that's not racism. Well, that's semantics.
It's self-hate.
Racism or not. Frazier's kids were attacked, as he was called Uncle Tom by Ali, were attacked in school and beaten up. And it brought shame, and it brought a lot of animosity and bad vibes into the Frazier family. So he did it too. So racism, I'm not sure it's stupid. Yeah, ignorance. Yeah, maybe he doesn't respect black people, but so what? Black people don't respect black people too. And in certain other communities, white people don't respect whites. So my thing is, man, just don't go where you're not welcome.
This is what I'm saying.
Well, this is boxing, man. This is a boxing match. These are two people that are supposed to be competing each other. This should never be a part of the conversation right here. Wearing a shirt with a monkey on it and saying Adonis looks great, pointing at it and saying Adonis looks great in the caption should never be a part of the conversation or the dialogue in this boxing shit. You know what I'm saying?
But all right, I'm just gonna bring up two scenarios. When Mike Tyson said to that reporter, "I'm gonna kill in your ass, white boy," no one called Mike Tyson a racist. When Hopkins said, "I ain't gonna let no white boy beat me to Kawasaki," no one calls Hopkins a racist. No one called him a racist.
Because that's not racist. I mean, that's not racist. At least in my opinion, that's not racist.
So if Kovalev said to the reporter, "I'm gonna do this black boy," it won't be racist.
Yeah, it would.
Yep.
And that's the way it is.
But when Hopkins does it isn't.
Yep.
No one said it was.
What kind of world is set up, Beats? Come on, let's not be naive, man.
Listen, we're getting off the subject, right? Right. We always say that point. That's what it is. We're not trying to change each other's point of view. That is what it is. But what I'm saying to you is that, like Natty says, there's no point of this coming up. There's no reason why this should even be a factor in the boxing game. And it's like at some point, like him being ignorant at some stage, doing that when he has black trainers, right? Don Turner was when he took him in his gym. I'm really see what they have to say. That's all I got to say. I'm not gonna bring up. I understand Beats and the thing is, it's very good that all of us have different opinions. Like Beats bringing up Ali and this and that. But really and truly, yeah, like certain people just like I'm sure like they don't want to hear that. This dude is let a lot of people down. I've heard I was listening to Winning's podcast. And some dudes on there, they were saying they're very upset and very disheartened. This is on white people. 1 minute, Beats. Yeah, 1 minute, Beats. Because I'm trying to talk over each other, right? So let's hear what I'm saying so we can just move on. They're very upset with what he's done, and he's lost to be honest, he's lost the respect. But at the end of the day, race is come to the forefront in the game where really and truly we it's like we're online because we're online all the time. We see it, but when you see it at this stage here, it's not. There's no place for it. There's no place for it, and there's no justification for what he's done. And as far as I'm concerned, yeah, Calder from this point onwards, yeah, bro, you're a marked man, bro. I don't know if he's hated as much as CJ Ross, but I can tell you from this point onward, bro, he's a Mark Brer. Like Brer's just like not on it. But you know, I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna move on because there's no.
Sorry, since you brought it, let me make one more point though, man. Like, see, the thing is, what I'm saying is, like, it's like when Floyd said the remark about Africa, about Africans ain't done nothing to me except birthing into existence. This is just certain people are stupid. But like, racism is a construct. It's like it's a facility. It's facilitate. It's a year. It's gone through years of process to develop. It's just ignorant. He's a boxer. He's a stupid boxer, right? And look, don't get me wrong. His ignorant comment could set off a race battle. It could set it off. But his comment initially was just ignorant. He was just stupid.
That's what I said.
Just like Floyd was, just like Ali was.
I'm not gonna.
No, let me finish what I'm saying. Just like Ali was, like Minter was, it was stupid. And when it spills over, that's the problem. If everyone takes it really serious, then it's going to be a problem.
Yeah, but it is serious, and the rap is serious, and people are offended by it. But what I'm trying to say to you is just he's let a lot of people down, and he has to suffer for it. Like, he has to suffer it. Like all the other guys you've mentioned, like with Carla, who say certain things, yeah, it kind of like it's different. It's just different. So when we talk about Kolev and his situation, people really did like him. And this point, like whether they're gonna like him or not, I don't know, but we have to find out. But we're gonna move on. PJ, how you doing, PJ? PJ, I guess his mic's not working. All right, we're gonna move on. Now try to lighten up the film because we won't get too doomed out. I like Natty. Eh? All right. Hey, I'm saying.
That shit pissed me off, man. I'm not even gonna lie. Because I'm you know, like B said, you know what I mean? I support my black people, man, but when it comes to boxing, I try to call it how it is.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Who's better and who's not as good, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who's the better fighter? Bottom line. You know what I mean? I don't fuck with the race shit when it comes to boxing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I try to stay away from it because it's all over. It's in everything else. So I come to boxing for solitude, and here we go. You know what I mean, with this bullshit.
All right. So
I expected from the fans more so. You know what I mean? I expected from the fans, but when the boxers themselves come out with the bullshit, it kind of turned me off, man.
All right. Hey, Beast. Hey, we're moving on. All right. So we're gonna talk about Terence Crawford and Delorme, and boy, that fight there, that's a beautiful fight to watch. I'm gonna go first, and like I was impressed by Terence Crawford, and he picks up another strap WBA junior welterweight title. And I'll tell you, boy, and Delorme, the way he beat down Delorme was a masterclass of boxing. He barely got. It was like in the ring and never got hit, bro. Jab, beautiful. When it was time to close the show, he closed the show in spectacular fashion. I think he got undershadowed by the Baby Chavez thing. But to you fight fans listening to this hangout right now, podcast right now, I'm guaranteed must watch. If you want to see a masterclass of boxing, this is what it is, man. Like he just blatantly shut him out. Like Delorme didn't know what was going on. And for Hank Lundy, it just shows you Hank Lundy in a different levels of boxing. It shows that, you know, there's certain classes, and right now the fighter of the year last year is looking good to go on to do big things. They're talking about maybe him versus Matisse versus Peterson, and I love all them battles. I love all them battles at 140 because he wants to be the king at 140, and that's the way to go forward. And I'll be honest with you, I was very impressed by him stopping him. So big up to Terence Crawford. Natty, you go next, man. Go ahead, Natty.
Yeah, man. I was very impressed by Terence Crawford myself, but I didn't get a chance to make the video, but I put it out there on Google Plus that I thought he would take him out of there in the late rounds, but it just came a little bit early. Round 6, I seen him just listen to what his corner said, man. Time to step up the pace. He was I gave him round 1. Delorme came on strong in round 2. Round 3 and 4 went to Crawford. Crawford kind of stepped off the gas in round 5. Yeah, in round 5, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? He didn't really let his hands go too much, in my opinion. You know what I mean? I guess he was lulling him to sleep a little bit, thinking that that he can't punch, or he wasn't, or he didn't have anything to worry about from Terence Crawford. But in the 3rd round, in the 6th round, he just turned up the heat, man. He just turned up the heat on Delorme and took him out of there, and he wouldn't let up off the gas, man. He has a devastating right hand, and his killer instinct is there, man. He has a killer instinct. He knows how to finish a fighter off in the ring, and he did it last night, man. I was very impressed by Terrence Crawford, and I like the Matisse fight. I think he wins against Matisse. I like the Adrian Broner fight. I would like to see that made. If they could do some business with Top Rank, I don't know how that's gonna work out, but that would be a good fight as well. There's mad fights for him at 140 pounds, man, and I think he'll be successful.
Absolutely. Thanks, Nat. Go ahead, Box and Beats.
Yeah, he needs a super fight right now. You know, to be honest, man, I can't go over the top over Delorme. You know, but as for the performance and the technical aspect, yeah, it was brilliant. It looks like he's punching harder as well. It was really good. He's one of the best technical boxers, but he needs a super fight before I can really grade him as someone going to the next level. So I wouldn't say Matisse is a super fight, but it definitely will represent a better meter for me to gauge how really good he can be. So I'd like to see the Matisse. I wouldn't even mind seeing the Provodnikov fight. You know, I wouldn't even mind seeing that.
Provodnikov will get beat up again, man. Worse.
Hey, boy, we're going to cover that in a bit, bro. We're going to cover that in a bit. But, yeah, so you guys are very impressed by Crawford. And I'll tell you what, man, this kid, he looks like he can go up to welterweight and maybe do something. I mean, 154 might be his stretch, but I'll definitely, I don't know, he did some really good fights from at 140, because at 135, there's nothing going on down there no more. You know what I'm saying? But maybe he can fight, maybe he'll fight the winner of Burns and what's his name again? Oh, what's that guy's name again? My guy. You know that guy he's fighting. What's his name again? The one you call Cole Funky Medina. What's his name again? Burns is fighting that dude coming up.
Oh.
The lightweight.
What's his name?
Not Lawrence. What's his name? Figueroa, my bad.
Figueroa is horrible, man.
Yeah. There you go. Figueroa. That's what's up right there, you know? So, Figueroa, maybe he'll fight the winner out of that one. That could happen as well. So I don't know. I'm not too sure about
Are they fighting at 140 pounds?
Yeah, they're fighting at 140 pounds. So,
but
maybe
I mean, those guys are not in this class, especially Burns, man. Burns is done. Burns is done, and Figueroa, he doesn't see a punch that he doesn't like, man.
Yeah, Burns already. I mean, that's no good for me. That ain't no belt.
Yeah, that ain't gonna tell me nothing.
No. But the thing is, yeah, like Crawford, I tell you what, the world's his, and we're just watching, boy. And you know what? He's doing the thing. He's boy in Nebraska, bringing Nebraska. He sells out. Man, he's good for boxing, man. He's very good for boxing, and that was a great display of boxing. So, anything else? We will move on to the next one. And you know,
one more thing, man.
Go.
I was kind of impressed with how he dealt with this guy, who was a contender at 147 pounds previously, man. This guy was a much bigger dude, and he took him out of there like it wasn't nothing.
Yeah.
He's a lot stronger at 140 pounds.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, when he fought Hank Lundy, what weight did Hank Lundy? Did he fight at 135 with Delorme?
They fought at 140. Yeah,
that's what I thought. Yeah. See, so there you go in it. So Delorme was the bigger dude. When he swim against Hank Lundy, he looked massive against Hank Lundy, bro. Against Crawford, nah, bro.
When he was coming up, he was at 147, and Abregu kind of knocked him off his trajectory. Because he was a up and coming welterweight, and he met Abregu, and Abregu knocked his ass out.
Hey, wait, let me bring this back Crawford. Yeah, do you think maybe his power, because he's moving up now, maybe because he was like just trying to fit himself now, maybe because he's got a bit more weight, he might have got a bit more powerful at 140. What do you think? Because
Possibly.
I didn't think he was gonna stop Delorme. You know, I didn't think he was gonna stop Delorme.
I thought he was gonna stop him.
Did you?
He possibly his power was probably carrying a little bit better, because at 135 he was kind of weighing in. He was kind of weighing in at like 155 on fight night and shit like that.
Yeah.
So it kind of helped him out a little bit more. I think he was draining himself a little bit at 135. Even though we wanted to see him go down there and unify the titles and solidify himself at 135 weight division, it's probably the best thing for him to move up before, you know, something happened down there that, you know, that we didn't want to happen, because he probably was killing himself making that weight.
Okay, cool.
He's a big dude.
Probably got some, maybe, but it's just the way you set the punch up, isn't it? If you set the punch up, then, you know, power will generate once you get your spacing right and you set the punch right, the 1, 2, the left, right, then you'll get people out of it. I mean, probably not Provodnikov though. Yeah, really.
Yeah, that guy just. But we could get into that because I want to say something about Provodnikov.
Yeah, we're just gonna get into that. I'll let Beats go first because now he went first. Go ahead, Beats. You go first on this one, man.
Well, Provodnikov.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Yeah. If you went to the body more, I was screaming at the screen, go to the body. He would have knocked my man out. He would have knocked him out, but he just hasn't got the patience to learn the subtleties of what it takes to be a world-class slugger, and that's why he got beaten by Algieri. Even though I don't think he won the fight, but that's why he lost the belt, because he was just looking for the big left hook all the time. And he did rock Matisse towards the late rounds, but Matisse landed so much uppercuts and left hooks, man. It was just like, wow. And Lima just ate them all. And he got cut, but the cut was a head clash. I mean, the punches weren't doing nothing to him. Punches weren't doing anything to him.
Who do you pick?
One of the hardest punches in the game.
Yeah, who did you pick, Beats? Who did you pick coming into that fight then, Beats?
I don't know. I picked Provodnikov.
None of the fight fans don't know. Who'd you pick?
Provodnikov.
Why did you pick Provodnikov coming into the fight? That's for recap.
Well, I don't really rate Matisse out to that. I thought he was a lot stronger. I thought if he went to the body and cut the ring off early, I thought he could have knocked him out. I thought he could have knocked him out. But it didn't happen.
No. Cool. Thanks for that, Beat. Natty, who did you pick? And why?
I picked Lucas the Machine Matisse. I picked him because he has the better technique, man. He has more dimensions to his game, pretty much. He could jab, he could fight on the back foot, you know what I mean? And he also has the power. He also has the ability to slug and box on the inside, you know what I mean? Ruslan Provodnikov only has one gear, you know what I mean? And I mean, it's worked for him, but as soon as somebody boxes him, it just, you know, he kind of loses all the time. I mean, he lost to Timothy Bradley. He lost to Marisa Herrera. He lost to Chris Algieri, you know what I mean? Because they was able to box him from the outside, and that's pretty much what Matisse did, you know what I mean? A lot of people expected a phone booth fight, and they gave us a little bit of that, but if Matisse wanted to win, he had to fight the way he did, man. He got his respect, and a head clash caused the cut on the left hand side there. I thought it was a punch initially, man, because they just went through it seamlessly. They acted like there wasn't no head clash or nothing. I was like, when did it happen? You know what I mean? Somebody had to bring it to my attention. It was like around the third round.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even notice it happening, and they acted like it didn't happen. So I thought it was from a punch. But he also busted up the other eye. If you could see, it just didn't cause a cut. But he definitely busted the other eye up and almost had it closed as well. With those left hooks, man, and those uppercuts were crucial, you know what I mean, in this fight. I wish Matisse had gone to the body a little bit more. I think he would have at least dropped him for the first time. He would have dropped the Siberian Rocky for the first time, but he didn't go to the body enough, in my opinion. I heard that his right hand got injured around the 6th round. That's why he probably wasn't letting off as much hard shots as he was earlier, but still, man, I think he could have at least dropped him once in the fight, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, he definitely had the edge because he had the better skills and the better technique.
Absolutely, man. Well, now you picked the right person, and you're right, and that's the reason why I picked Matisse. I have to believe Provodnikov is basically what he is. He's a punching bag, and in my opinion, I'm echoing somewhere. I think someone needs to mute themselves. Like, I'm not too sure. Come with feedback. All right. Yeah. So you guys need to mute yourself because I'm getting feedback. Thanks. Yeah, I appreciate it. All right. In my opinion, yeah, Matisse Matisse did what I thought he was going to do. He's going to outbox him. If he could have outboxed the whole fight and didn't get touched, but because he likes the war, he was banging Provodnikov with hard shots. Provodnikov power, like he needs to touch you from early for him to wear you out. And Matisse was doing a good job of just outboxing him, staying with. But when Matisse started mixing up, Matisse started to realize that, boy, if I stay with this guy longer and start getting hit, I'm going to start getting wear down. He was wearing down. So Provodnikov was bringing it. But when it was boxing, it was a completely different stratosphere. And to be honest with you, they had the fight a draw. To me, it wasn't even close. Like, he beat him so many rounds, it was ridiculous. The head clash, right? The head clash was disgusting. And then the punches on the eye caused all that swelling as well. And the thing is, I'm looking at him, he just looked like an amateur. And this is why Freddie Roach didn't even turn up to the fight. See, if you're a fight fan, you need to look at this. Freddie Roach, the biggest fight of the decade. I got contract. Nah, if he knew he was going to win, if he knew Provodnikov was going to win, he would have turned up for he would have been there for this victory parade. So you know what I mean? But he knew Provodnikov in the gym, doesn't listen. When he was fighting Algieri, Freddie Roach was telling him to do stuff. He didn't listen to that, and he just a punching bag. To me, he's not even like, I don't even know why people even rated him. Like Matisse is a completely different level when he chooses to box. But when he starts to go in there, he gets himself in trouble. And to be honest with you, it was like, if you look at Ward and Gatti, the first one, right? When Gatti was decided to box Ward it was a completely different fight. But when he tried to stand there with him, same situation happening. And this is, I think people hyped this fight more than it was. And I didn't think it was going to be it. But for those fight fans who say they like guys standing there toe to toe, this fight wasn't that exciting. And I don't care if anyone tells me it was. Don't tell me this fight was one of the greatest fights you ever seen in your life. It wasn't. It was just like, it was novice boxing. It's one-on-one boxing. Jab, stick and move. I don't need to get mixed up. But when they even were slugging, he wasn't even world-class slugging. If you want to talk world-class slugging, you're going to probably look at someone like Castillo versus Corrales maybe. That was pretty good. You know what I'm saying? That was some world-class in fighting. But this here, it wasn't all that. And if they fight again, it's just like someone's career is going to be finished. Because I tell you what, them concussions that Provodnikov received on his head, the Russian Rocky, that's what you get. You want to call yourself the Russian Rocky? Bro, you'd be lucky if you can spend your money. You can spend all your money in the medical center trying to feed your teeth in your nose, mate. So, in my opinion, Provodnikov needs to chill. You know what I'm saying? He needs to chill and try to rebuild his career. Leave
man. Alone. You know what? I gave Provo like 3 rounds, man. I gave him 3 rounds.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I'm saying.
And I want to say this about him. He needs to. I don't know if he can, but he needs to find a different way to fight, or he needs to hang up the gloves.
Yo, listen.
He cannot continue. He cannot continue to fight like that.
No, that is it. He was there for.
He's gonna get seriously hurt in the ring.
No, that's what Manny Pacquiao likes. That's what Manny Pacquiao likes. He likes guys come forward, a lot of pressure, and Manny can do his thing, right? And this is what Provodnikov and this is what he did. But he's just one-dimensional. And to be honest with you, he was so slow to react. When he started taking some punches, you see his face. He was like, oh, this guy hits hard. He was like, oh. He slowed down real quick in the first round when he takes Matisse's punches, bro.
Yeah, because he's never been hit like that before.
Matisse throws straight punches. There ain't no straight ones, right? Look at Matisse. If you look at Matisse's fight, this is why it's called boxing, fellas. It's called boxing, you know? That's what you box. And I picked Matisse for that reason only. But I tell you what, if he goes against Danny Garcia, he gonna lose. Like, I got Danny. This is all about levels. Danny is still. I think Danny beats Matisse every single way. Danny's versatile. He can do different things. But then Danny against Peterson is another level. That's another level. Like,
another level.
I've been saying that when Matisse went against Peterson, I thought Peterson adapted the wrong fight plan. That's just me, right? I know he got knocked out fair and square. I'm not gonna take that away from Matisse, but I thought he had the wrong game plan. And it didn't work with him. But having saying that, it was an okay fight. It wasn't as big. And if they fight again, someone's career is going to be over. That's all I have to say about that. Go ahead, boxing beats. Have you commented on the beats? You've done it already. You commented on this already. Go ahead. Beats, you want to add any more to what I've said or anything?
No. Matisse won. Okay.
Yeah. It's just one of them ones there, man. So but you know what? Yeah. Let's go back onto this. Let's go back onto this Chavez thing because I ain't leaving this alone, bro. Because the Chavez thing is funny. Let's go back on this Chavez thing.
Left the monster. Where I
No, man, I can't leave it alone. The thing is funny. It's so funny, this guy, yeah. I can't believe that. It just with Chavez, yeah. It's just, you know what, yeah. It makes me laugh, man, because a lot of people, I don't know why they thought he was gonna do I don't know why they think Chavez is that good, man. He was never that good, man. Like, I don't understand what people were saying to say Chavez was gonna be that dude, man. Like, come on, man. Like, it was like, okay, his dad's name and this and that, but his dad wasn't in the ring, man. And you know what? It just shows you, yeah, that this game, regardless of all the drugs and the belts and all these things, yeah, the truth is the truth, man. You ain't got it, you ain't got it. You ain't got it, son. It don't care how you try to kid yourself. And I tell you what, if you go in a rematch, yeah, if you go in a rematch with Thing, bro, you might also could finish your career. You go back in the...
I'm interested to see if Goosen goes back to him, goes back in his corner if he ever fights again.
You know what? For the whole corner and everything, it's embarrassing. It's actually an embarrassing to boxing. It's embarrassing to the legacy of Chavez. You know, the fact that you're undermining your dad, you're saying you don't want to fight. But you know what? If he won the fight, he would have got all the accolades, though. I'm not going to lie. He would have, you know. It would have got a lot of accolades. Oh, you came back with a hard fight.
But he already lost the fight before he stepped onto the apron, man.
Oh, we talking about Pereira, or you talking about the weights, his body weight? What are you talking about?
Just, he had no chance of beating Fonfara at all. He could have trained till the wheels fell off. Fonfara was gonna whoop his ass because he's not as good as Fonfara, and he's not a light heavyweight.
Yeah. I can't even. That's the truth. That's the truth. That is the truth, man. All right. Any other news, Beats? 90, you want to talk about before I go ahead, Beats?
Yeah. Same day weigh-ins. Blood was talking about making same day weigh-ins so guys like Chavez and Danny Garcia can't seek to gain an advantage by lengthy rehydration periods. But I don't think same day weigh-ins is feasible no more. I think they should keep it the same way it is now. How long is it? Is it 24 hours out or?
24, yeah.
Yeah, it's 24. They should keep it there. They should just do rehydration clauses that you can't enter the ring more than, okay, light welterweight, you shouldn't be able to come in more than 147. You shouldn't be able to, if you're fighting at light welter, you shouldn't come in as a welter or a light middle. I think that's what they need to do. But I think they need to let the fighters replenish themselves, and not at the last minute either, because I'm not sure if they've done any empirical studies, but they say when they've got to rush and drink water, that's when they haven't got no fluid around the bones and the cartilage, and that's where the vulnerability comes around taking the shots and stuff, man. When you're not hydrated. So
you disagree?
It's hard to say, man, because same day weigh-ins, they stopped doing it for a reason. You know what I'm saying? They stopped doing it for a reason. But it seems like a lot of people are taking advantage of it. So maybe that rehydration clause could be feasible and stuff like that. But how do you cut that off? How do you gauge that? When you weigh in 160 pounds, how do you know how much you're gonna put on in 24 hours?
Well, that'd be up to you to monitor that, wouldn't it?
Yeah, how do you do that though? Like, I know I come in at 160 pounds, and in 24 hours, what can't I do? I can't drink I can't eat. What can I do to make sure that I don't put on more than I don't come into the ring as a light heavyweight per se. Like some people come into the ring at 170 pounds, 170 something pounds when they fight at middleweight. What did they eat? What did they drink after the night before the fight? After the weigh-in?
The weigh-in, you know what? The weigh-in, like, they give enough time for you to get down to the weight, and you should. But with all this catch weight going on, and certain people not turn up for the weight, and this disrespecting the sport, like, and certain people, organization are letting it. It's weird because, like, in this, especially this 2015, I've seen so many catch weights. It's ridiculous. We're getting fights, but guys are just like, they don't feel, they're not respecting the belts. They're coming at all these different weights. But, end of the day, we're getting fights, but it's not the kind of fight where you're fighting for the belt like Cotto. He's fighting Daniel Gill, and they ain't at the right weight. You're talking about Kid Chocolate, and we talk Andy Lee, you know, and it just going on and on. But you know what? I try and stay away from it too much because they're in the ring fighting, but like it's not how things have been done. For the old school people looking, we feel like it's kind of disrespectful, but you know what I mean.
They didn't invent catchweights, but it seems to be happening a lot more often now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, especially 2015. I've never seen so many. Like I've seen.
It's getting ridiculous, and for titles.
Yeah, but like you know, but at least it's kind of weird. Hey, Beats, when you're ready, if you don't mind, yeah, there's quite a few comments in the comment section referring to what we've been talking about. If you can take your time a bit to do that. Why bring?
I'll get on that, but you see, people talk about like weight advantages today, but back in the day, all right, you didn't have this catchweight element we're talking about, or well, you did, but what about when fighters had to jump whole, like from welter to middle? I mean, that's serious disadvantage, isn't it? Like, you know, so is it that big a deal? I'm not sure if it's that big a deal. Like, if someone hydrates a whole load of pounds, like, you know, is it really that big a deal? If Danny Garcia comes in as a middleweight, is it that bad?
Now you can answer that. Natty?
It's been frozen?
Yeah, I think Natty's been frozen. Never mind. Yeah, I'm sure he'll come back on in a sec. All right.
Okay, let's see what
yeah, there's quite a few comments in there referring to Kolev and Blood's in there commenting, and Chris is in there commenting. We saying Chris Caban, yeah, if your equipment gets fixed up, you can just jump right in, man, you know. Go ahead, Pete.
Blood boxing, he says something has to be done about the weight advantages. Yep, I know Blood was talking about it earlier. What's up with these fights? Specific catch weights, he follows up. Fair Shake Boxing, Ruslan is one of them guys who would benefit from 15 plus rounds. That's very true. It's very true, actually.
I didn't hear what you said, bro.
Fair Shake Boxing, he said Ruslan is one of them fighters who would benefit from 15 rounds.
Who would?
Provodnikov.
He would have benefit from 15-round fights, yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
You think so?
Yeah, he would have probably knocked out Bradley, innit?
Against Batiste?
Yeah, he was finishing strong against Batiste, so he would probably knock Bradley out, isn't it? He would probably knock Bradley out. I'm not sure.
Oh, with that, yeah. Oh, you took, yeah. In hindsight, yeah.
And Blood Boxing says Chavez bullied smaller fighters. He will stick around, but he will be KO'd.
Chavez bullied all the fighters, what?
Smaller fighters. He's bullied smaller fighters, but
yeah. Absolutely, Blood, man. He definitely got to get his just desserts. Go ahead.
Yeah, Chris Caban. Chavez got hit so hard, he thought he won the fight.
Well, with the comments he came out of his mouth, I agree, man. He was talking jive there, but he wanted the rematch and that, definitely.
Tavares Johnson, he says, laughing my ass off in reply. Blood Boxing says Frutch would have killed that kid. He's talking about Chavez, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
He probably would have done, and he would have earned a big purse for beating somebody who's really just barely past the 8-round stage. You know what I mean? Tavares Johnson, Probo is a bum. He's one-dimensional as hell.
Who's a bum?
Provodnikov.
Yeah, he's a bum. He's a bum.
Yeah. What's his name? 78 called him a bum, too.
He's a bum, man. Go ahead, Beats.
Chris Caban. Yeah, I seen the Kovalev post that shit on Twitter, shaking my head. But he will be defended like crazy.
Yeah.
Yep, I see that coming.
Yeah, of course, they're gonna defend their dude. You know what I mean? That's their dude. And you see, like, not going over it too much. In a place like Russia, they don't really even see that as racism. They just see that as fair game. So he just probably took that attitude over there, and maybe he's shown that kind of attitude to John David Jackson, and he's overlooked it because, you know,
you're getting money. Yeah.
Getting money.
Yeah, getting that money. Good. Hey, bro. You know what? The first thing you do is probably, I want to hear what they have to say, but go ahead, Beats.
Yeah, Bruce Towns, he says they are defending him on Facebook right now.
Really?
Yeah, on Chris's page as well, on We Sleep.
Wow, Chris be blocking, Chris be kicking people out. Ow, he must be kicking people out of his group like madness, bro.
Hey,
No doubt.
I got admin privileges on one of them pages, man. I'm gonna start kicking cats out.
Mm.
Yep. And where do we go next? Chris Caban, Crawford will beat the dog shit out of Provodnikov. Yeah, he probably would. But yo, he would knock him out early, and like I mean,
He would abuse him though, man. He would abuse him.
bloodboxing. This is the first time I'm hearing all of this. Wow, I wonder what he's talking about. Is he talking about?
I think he's talking about the racist comments.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead, Beats.
He also says, yep, Chavez skipped the post-fight test. He did.
He did again?
No, he's talking. Probably talking about
the Lee, the Andy Lee fight.
Yeah,
Oh, if he done it again tonight, I would have. Oh, jeez. Yeah.
That would just compound it for him if he did that. Chris Caban, he says, comparing a black man to a monkey is racist. Yeah. I think
Yep.
if you,
Yeah, go ahead, Beats. Go next. I agree. Go ahead.
Okay. Chris Caban, Chavez is slow as shit, shaking my head.
Yeah.
He says, you saw how Chavez Quarterman was looking at him during the Jim Gray interview, laughing out loud. Yeah, and he says, yes, Beats, no credit. From far beat all the kush out of Chavez. Beat the weed out of him. And he says, the point deduction was bullshit, but ass beating was about to happen, so the ref couldn't help his boy. He also says, Terrence Crawford is the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Cophead 09, he says, Amir Imam versus Crawford, who you got? Well, in my opinion, they shouldn't make that fight yet, because if
Not
everyone
yet.
else is building fights, these two shouldn't fight yet either. So,
But it'll be a good fight. I think Imam needs a little bit more seasoning.
it'd be a good fight. I wouldn't mind seeing it.
I'll watch it right now, but I think he needs a bit more seasoning to make it more competitive.
I think you get Crawford a lot of trouble.
Like right now?
Yeah, I think he would. Yeah, I think he would.
Yeah. I mean, he has the skills. I saw him last night.
He'd give anyone one. He's probably going to get ducked.
Mm.
Just watching how he performed, he's definitely got technical ability there, man.
Yeah.
Like his right hand is effortless, man. He's got one.
And he has
effortless
power.
right hand. Yeah.
And he has power.
He's got
That-
power too.
That's a recipe for destruction for an opponent, man. Technique and power at the same damn time.
That's a recipe for getting ducked.
Yep.
That's what that is. The recipe for getting ducked. So they're probably gonna try to keep him on the back burner and save their little privileged fighters. The embarrassment. But, yeah, that's all the comments there right now.
Thanks for that, Beats. Thanks for that, boy. Well, we've covered all the major fights here. These some of the fights that have happened. Derry Matthews versus Tony Luis. I didn't see that fight. Derry Matthews won by unanimous decision against him. Hopefully he'll get a fight with, I think it's Richard Abreu. Is it not Richard Abreu? Who's he going to get a fight with? I think one of the lightweights champion. He's supposed to be fighting.
He was supposed to fight Richard Abreu, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was, and hopefully, I think this fight still sets up for him. So,
is he the interim?
Are they gonna strip Richard
he
Abreu?
won a belt. He's won a belt. Yeah, he won the belt. He's won the interim IBF. Is it what belt? Not IBF. WBA belt for us. He's done the interim WBA belt. Can you imagine? Derry Matthews.
They stripped Abreu then. Abreu got stripped.
No. He's made it interim, so I think they have to go purse bids and things. So that fight should be definitely next. Also, Chad Witherspoon fought Gail Brown in Pennsylvania. By the way, Derry Matthews fought. That was in Liverpool, England. So, hey, Beats, can you mute? Because I'm kind of getting a bit of feedback there. I appreciate it. Thanks, yeah. Who else fought? Alexander Usyk fought Andre Kowalski, cruiserweight. He stopped him I believe it was the 10th round. So it was a good stoppage as well. He completely outboxed him. So he's on his way. Go ahead, Beats.
He looked kind of fat though.
Well, the thing is, the cruiserweight, yeah, he was slimmed down because you remember, like he usually slimmed down, but I think he's trying to bulk up for more power. That's why he probably put more power. That's why he stopped the dude easily. But I thought he was alright, man. I thought he looked really big. I ain't gonna lie to you, he looked really big. But he came in, you know, I think they're going for more power, for more thing, and he definitely stopped him. He's ranked number 3 in the WBO, right? So I was surprised when we were talking to Mr. Ali Bashir, James Ali Bashir, and he was saying he's ranked number 3, so he's already on the doorstep of fighting Marco Huck and them man's there, and you know he's definitely good. Alanzana Usyk, Mr. Bashir's project. You guys want to check out for him. Junior Witter also fought on the Friday.
Man, Junior Witter's still fighting, man.
Yeah, he fought for the European belt. I need to get the result up. Why we need to get a result up as well. And also there was Friday night fights and Fox cards. I was trying to watch them. The Fox card was done by Rock Nation. It was
Nation, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead now. You're going to talk about why I bring up the Junior Witter thing. Go ahead now. You talk about
it. I caught like the tail end of that Rock Nation broadcast. I was watching Friday night fights. Then I called I didn't know anybody that was on Friday night fights, but there was some good little matchups going on Friday night fights. But I called the tail end of what's the dude? Felix Cora.
Yeah.
And he was fighting some Russian cat. You know what I'm saying? He was getting abused. He was getting abused.
Yeah. He was. He was.
I mean, I didn't even know he was still fighting.
Yeah, the Russian dude was beating him up, man. I don't know. I don't even know that why they done that. Like, he's just getting eaten, bro. You know, just getting eaten about. It's just ridiculous, man. But you know what? The Rock card was alright. I mean, I would have liked more named fighters on that card, but it just is what it is. And also with the ESPN card, I watched a couple of fights. There was some real good fights on the ESPN.
There was some real good fights on there, though. I didn't know anybody, but I was watching them.
Yeah, they were good. They were good, man. Let me bring up this Junior Witter result. Yeah, ESPN was a good card. There was some good knockouts. Now he lost against was it Ahmed El Mansour? He lost against him for the European title by split decision. Actually, that's pretty good actually. But you know what I mean? He's lost by split decision, so it's fairly close. But Junior Witter, so he's down. So Junior Witter's record is 43 wins with 23 knockouts with 8 losses and only 1 loss by knockout. Who was he? I think that was that Tim Bradley? Tim Bradley? No, wasn't Tim Bradley. Devin Alexander. Devin Alexander's the only guy to stop him. And I'm still pissed off about Junior Witter losing to Frankie Gavin. That one's still kind of that one's still rubbing me. But you know, it is what it is. You know, he lost. You know, and Frankie Gavin goes on. You know, Frankie Gavin could be fighting Kell Brook on that card. Pay-per-view card, Eddie Hearn calls it, with Kevin Johnson fighting Anthony Joshua, and also what's his name again? Kevin Mitchell fighting. Who's he fighting? He's fighting Jorge Linares on that card.
Man, Linares is coming up now. Man.
Yeah,
He's always been good, but he just didn't have any power. You know what I mean? To keep people off of him.
Yeah, Linares is looking like that dude, man. He's looking like. Definitely. All right, so this Friday coming up, we got Anthony Jarrell versus Badou Jack. Boxing Beats, give your take on that fight, bro.
Anthony Jarrell versus Badou Jack.
This Friday, Fight TV.
Should Badou Jack really be getting a title shot? No.
Well, he won his last fight, but he lost against Porky. Was it Porky Medina?
Yeah, that wasn't his last fight though. I think he won 2 in a row on the comeback.
Yeah, but sorry. But he got knocked out. It was Porky. Was it Porky who knocked him out, innit?
No, it wasn't Porky. It wasn't Porky. It was the guy who Andre Dirrell beat. Can't remember. He's a black dude.
Yeah. Oh
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you're right. Right. Yeah, it was. I think what JD Love I'm thinking about. Yeah, you're right.
Love got beat by Porky.
Yeah.
I'm expecting Dirrell to do a comprehensive job on the guy. That's what I'm expecting here. I mean, he was only able to get a draw with the guy who Beaker beat and James DeGale beat, the Mexican dude. Can't remember his name. It's irrelevant. He was only able to get a draw. I thought he just shaded it, but like he's not that good. He's not that good. And if Dirrell is to go on and do anything in boxing, he's supposed to win this one fairly. I'm not saying he has to knock the guy out because Badou got caught early. And that's what happens when you get caught early. But I expect him to do a comprehensive job, whether it's on points or a late stoppage, that he's supposed to shine in this fight here. Just like, you know, we're seeing Terence Crawford shine, this dude should shine in this fight here. Because it's not like Badu's going to bring Sakio Bika type pressure to him or anything like that.
No, because Badu thinks he's a boxer as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You go ahead now. You go ahead. Yeah.
No, just real quick. I just think another Money Team member bites the dust, man.
I tell you what, yeah, he's a Money Team fighter. I tell you what, if it goes to the scorecards, hey, bro, I mean, if it's close,
it's not gonna be close though.
I'm just saying, if it's, I don't think it will be. I think it'll probably be I'm gonna do my prediction now. I think Andy Jarrell could probably stop Badou Jack. I believe that. I believe he could stop him. I believe if it's close on the scorecard coming in, I think they might give it to Badou, man. I'm telling you, bro. They might do that. They might do that. They might do it. I'm not too sure, but Andy Jarrell needs to come in and stamp his authority. I think this is his first defense of the title. Yeah, I believe it's his first defense. He needs to stamp his authority, and I think I'm going by knockout. How you see it, Natty? Did you say anything?
Yeah, I think he could get a late stoppage. He can punch, man. Out of the two brothers, I think he's the puncher.
Yeah, I agree. Beats has already gave his take on that. So move on to the next fight. That's on Friday. We've got Daniel Jacobs is fighting Colby Vaxons or whatever. I don't know Daniel Jacobs. I don't know what's going on with him, bro. He's supposed to be a middleweight champion. I don't know what the fuck's going on there.
I mean, what's his name only fought like last week's because they fought on the same card. All of them fought on the same card. So they're like a couple of weeks separated from their previous fights. Danny Jacobs, Peterson, and Danny Garcia all fought. What was that? October? Yeah, last October. When he first won the so-called title. You know what I mean? Whatever, man. But this guy is a tough dude. But Danny Jacobs is he's way more talented than this guy, man. He should win this fight. This dude is tough though. He can fight. He can box. He's the one that gave what's his name all that trouble. But Jermaine Taylor. But Jermaine Taylor was a shot fighter. You know what I mean? To me, anyway.
All right, a shot fighter who picked up a world strap, but we've
talked about this.
We talked about this already.
With Sam Solomon, yeah.
We talked about it. We talked about it. I want to go back, but you know what? Chicago, that card's on Friday, 24th of April. It's free TV, so Spike TV. I think that's Premier TV thing, so that should be good.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Sorry, thanks, Caleb Truax, the guy who.
Truax, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
He floored. He actually floored.
He floored Taylor in the late round.
Yeah, he floored him. But, he got outpointed, and it's absolute travesty that this is considered anything being spoken in terms of a world title fight. And Daniel Jacobs, what's he really doing with his career? And why is Al Heyman setting up these scenarios for this guy to have this little roach ass infested belt that isn't saying anything, that's not doing anything? Caleb Truax, Jared Fletcher, come on, man, this not world championship boxing, man. You've got to do better than that.
Al Heyman?
Yeah, Al Heyman and Daniel Jacobs, yeah.
Yeah, they're kind of painting the scenario, him coming back from the cancer thing, him and Darrell coming back from cancer to become world champions. But the thing about it is, his championship belt is not a legit belt, and everybody knows it. Yeah. Everybody knows that Golovkin is the WBA champ. He has some kind of Scott Quiggish belt that's out there. You know what I'm saying? He has some replica, some bizarro world version of the belt, and wants to go around defending it like he's the real champ, but he's not the real champ. And if he wants to become a real champ, he has to fight one of the real champions at the weight class. Bottom line.
Absolutely, no doubt about that. All right, go ahead, Pete.
That's it. I agree.
Okay, yeah. All right, we're going on to the big fight. Might as well So we probably this will be where we probably end on this one because it's been a late night. So we're gonna Saddam Ali's fighting Francisco Santana. I don't know too much about Francisco Santana. I found out Saddam Ali. It's a very good fight out of New York, and I expect him to get through that fight. He's fighting on. I expect him to get through. What's your take on Saddam Ali beats and Natty?
He's okay. I need to see him step up. He's all right. He's done nothing special to me.
Okay. Natty?
I mean, I only seen him a couple of times. One against lackluster opponent. One against Abregu. I liked how he executed against Abregu. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure where Abregu is at his where he was at his career. At what point he was at his career at that particular time. But he really did a comprehensive job on Abregu, and if you want to compare, I think he really dissected him way better than Timothy Bradley did. You know what I'm saying? Even though Timothy Bradley did get the victory. So, you could make that comparison right there. But, from what I see so far, he has the goods. Just got to see him in there with better competition to see if it's legit.
Well, I'll tell you what, this Francisco, I'm looking on BoxRec right now, Francisco Santana, he's lost against names. He's lost twice against Creed Mayfield. He's drawn against Julian Williams, and he's lost against Jamal Charlo. So he's been in there with the names of the division, but every time he's been in with the names, he's obviously come out short. But actually,
well, Jamal Charlo is at 154, so he's been fighting at 154 and 147?
Yeah, well, apparently, yeah. Apparently.
Okay.
Yeah, apparently. So he's pretty good, and so he's coming into this fight, right? The last time he lost was against Jamal Charlo. That was in 2011. So since then, he's rang out He's rang out wins. He's got one. He's got like quite a few wins coming into this fight. Actually, he beat Eddie Gomez. Actually, he beat Eddie Gomez on United States.
Oh, that was the guy that upset Eddie Gomez.
Yeah. So this is the guy coming into the fight. So he's he's coming into the fight. He's coming into the fight ready.
Eddie Gomez wasn't saying anything.
Nah, man. Me and Chris, Eddie Gomez was that dude. Me and Chris was hype on this dude, man. Eddie Gomez was my dude, bro. I ain't gonna lie, man.
He was undefeated though when he got beat like that.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. But like Eddie
Gomez, no head movement, no.
Yeah, me and Chris was higher than Eddie Gomez.
And Saddam Ali is gonna take care of this guy. He's fighting a gatekeeper. This fight doesn't tell us much.
Well, he ain't lost in 2012, so I wouldn't exactly call him a gatekeeper. But being Eddie Gomez on your resume is all right. But and like I said, he drawed with Julian Williams, so Julian Williams. So I think he's all right, man. I think he's right, but I think Saddam should come through that fight. All right.
So he had a draw with J-Rock.
Yeah, got a draw with him. See, I won't say he could be a gatekeeper.
This is a bigger dude that Ali is fighting.
Yeah.
This is a guy that fights at 154, and he
fights. Yeah, or maybe Saddam Ali moved up. I don't know, man. But Saddam Ali usually fights at 147. So
yeah, he's supposed to be a welterweight contender.
Maybe he's moved up, man. Maybe I don't know, but definitely maybe they drained the dude down. So if in any case it will happen, he ain't lost since 2012. So it should be a decent fight on the undercard of Vladimir Klitschko versus Brian Jennings. Let's go with Boxing Beats. Your take on the fight in New York City on HBO.
Brian Jennings and Klitschko.
Yes, sir.
I don't want to keep just slamming Brian Jennings, but I've never been that impressed. If the Cuban guy came in better shape, he would have beaten him. He's good. He's a good stat. At this era, in this era, he's world class. You'd have to say he's world class. He's not a hard puncher. He's not really fast. He's got a good reach, but he don't seem to use it as effective as he could do. And I just think Klitschko's going to knock him out. That's my assessment. Klitschko's going to knock him out.
All right. That's it.
Bye-bye, Jennings. Bye-bye.
Oh.
Man, I would like him. I would like him to win. It just, I don't know, man. Klitschko has done done the number on better boxers than Bye Jennings, as we remember with Eddie Chambers. He's gonna keep him at the end of that jab. He's gonna lean on him. He's gonna punch him with that right hand. I mean, he's just too small, man. He's just too small of a heavyweight to contend with Vladimir. You know what I mean? If there's by some way he could keep Vladimir at the end of his jab, because he might have longer arms. Maybe? Yeah? Anybody know for sure?
Yeah, he has got longer arms. Yeah, he has.
If he could by somehow, some miracle, keep Vladimir at bay at the end of his jab, he might be able to do something in there. But man, if he can't do that, Vladimir is gonna do what he's been doing with all the smaller opponents that he's been fighting, man. He's just gonna wear him down and knock him out.
Look, man, everybody knows to beat Vladimir, you've got to force him to fight inside. And if he can do that, then maybe I'll have to, start reassessing my pick a little. If he can do that, then he'll have a chance. But if he can't make Vladimir fight inside, if he can't use that reach he has to out jab Vladimir, and if you can't make him fight, the fight's lost. If you can't make him fight inside, if you make Vladimir fight inside, you got a good chance of beating him.
But Vladimir's got 81-inch reach, and Jennings got 84-inch reach.
Yeah.
But you got to punch up, man. The man's 6'5" and 6'6.5".
Hey, there's something called the up jab. It's effective.
Yeah, but
right to the forehead.
Jennings is gonna be an elusive target. He's 6'3". I'm going for the upset. So I'm going for the upset. I think Jennings could beat him. I think Jennings, to beat Klitschko, you need to be able to touch him. And so I believe that if you can touch a Klitschko, you got a chance to beat him. They don't like getting hit. They usually work off the jab, and they dominate off it. And that's how they win the fight. But rarely, when you start touching them up, they start panicking. And I tell you this right now. If he can touch Klitschko easily, right, he can do it. But everyone's saying, well, when Klitschko touches him, well, it's true. It's true. This is true. If Klitschko can touch it, but that's what we like the heavyweight division. Is whether you can implement your game plan before him. I'm saying, I think Klitschko's, he ain't no slouch now. He got hard, he got thin. But if Jennings can get off first and start touching him up, maybe he can do something. I don't think you need to be necessarily a massive banger to knock him out. But if you can touch him, you can do something with him. So I like to see how that fight's gonna go down. But it can be very interesting to see if Jennings can pull off the upset. But his mindset going into the fight, I'm not too sure. Mr. Bashir's got it. He don't get Jennings a chance. Beast don't give him a chance. Natty thinks it's bye Jennings. EJ Boxing Line's gonna say, I'm gonna go for the Jennings. I like the reach. I just like the reach advantage. I like the movement. I like him moving around.
Can he use it though? Can he use it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is the thing. Can he implement his game plan and be effective in it and cause Klitschko some trouble? That's the question. That's the answer we're gonna find out this weekend. But
go ahead.
Nah, that's the upset I go for. Like, look. I don't know when people betting on from Farah and Chavez. I don't know if Chavez was the favorite. I bet Chavez was the bloody favorite going into that fight.
Most likely. That was silly.
Yeah, I know. But that's just casual people probably betting down. I should have bloody thing. But I'll be honest with you. If you're going to put money down for an upset, bruh, I think, I don't know if you want to do this one. The odds must be freaking crazy. I wouldn't just fill it in. But blindly, you can put some money down. Maybe you'll get some good odds. But if you could upset the heavyweight champion of the world, bro, he will shock up the world. He will shake up the world because at that point then, that him and Deontay Wilder could fight. Because the world would open up for him. So I'm wishing him the very best. America needs a heavyweight. Is Jennings going to be that dude? I don't know, but we're going to find out.
He sounds very confident. You think so? I don't think he sounds too confident, but I don't think he's that type of person anyway, Natty, You think he sounds he sounds sure of himself. It's not like he's talking shit. He just sounds sure of himself.
Oh, yeah, I agree with that. That I can agree with. What about you, Bits? What do you think?
What are we talking about? Sorry, I was just reading something.
Jennings, bro.
What can he win?
Nah, it doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. But hey, anyway, so you guys listening, hope you enjoyed the show. Leave your comments. Subscribe to Boxing Beats and Rhymes if you're not already. Mr. Natty Turner, that's Natty Turner. What's your YouTube handle?
Mr. Natty Turner won, man.
Mr. Natty Turner won, exactly, because I have to make sure you know that. Obviously, you're here on EJ Boxing Live's page. This is my obviously extended minutes shades because my one's got strikes, but I still upload stuff on that page. Reach is probably gonna upload this podcast on his channel, so make sure you go over there and do that. Natty should do the same, but I don't think Natty's got YouTube thing. He should upload it on his channel as well because both of them be a part of it. So hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. Shane Chris didn't get over. Fair Shake, we missed you as well. Ashley Knuckles, where you at, boy? Blood Boxing, come on, man, it's your time, boy. And anyone else in the comment section. And you see now, probably next week we're gonna get you. Hope you guys enjoy the show from EJ Boxing Live, Boxing Beats and Rhymes, Mr. Natty Turner, the Burt Sugar of this YouTube shit. We out of here. We catch you next week. All right, peace.
All right, bless.
Am I the meanest?
Sure enough.
Am I the prettiest?
Sure enough.
Am I the baddest mofo no down around this town?
Sure enough.
But who am I?
Sure enough.
Who am I?
Sure enough.
I can't hear you.
Sure enough.
Shogun. Ah.
Yes.
Oh! All right, guys, I'm good.